Good afternoon. My name is Christina Oline. I'm a certified social studies teacher currently working on my master's degree at Rockport State College. Today I am doing a presentation on my critical reflection project, which I chose to do on motivation. I'm motivating students in the classroom, and I paid special attention to motivating urban youth since they have some extra issues that they deal with. So the first slide here that I'm showing is how I decided to organize my project. I chose 4 learning theories, each having a different concept of how to motivate students, what kind of learning activities to use. Excuse me. So those theories are behavioralism, cognitivism, constructivism, and the achievement motivation theory. I will also be going into a deeper review on 2 specific constructivist classroom theories, being John Dewey and Maria Montessori. And then I will be discussing 3 of the 4 books that we read in this class. And all the books had to do with democratic education. The authors definitely had things that they agreed with. I would say, like teacher being an equal. All 3 authors have discussed that throughout the whole book. So I'll be relating that to motivating students and if the books impacted how I will want to run my lesson. And then there's a book that I found when doing this research, and it's called Motivating Urban Youth. So I'll discuss that. He has some specific remedies for the issues that he discusses that urban youth face. And then, of course, I'll discuss my personal educational pedagogy, how I plan to hopefully come across the students personality-wise and attitude, how I plan my lessons, whatever I can do with the curriculum. I hope to give a lot of student choice, so I could deeper into that later on. The next slide here are questions that I will be reflecting upon when doing my research, such as is external or internal motivation best to use with students to get them to really want to learn. Because that's the thing I'm looking at here is not to get them to do their assignments and do their work, but to really want to do the work, to want to do the work so they grow internally. So I'm also going to be looking at what social factors impede on students' motivation to learn. What happens at home or outside of school or just in society in general that causes a student to not really have that motivation to want to do work and learn. So the next question kind of goes along with that. So are there certain types of students that are more at risk? Would you consider a poor or urban student having more risk factors to cause them to be unmotivated than a student coming from a wealthy suburb school? So I'll be looking at specific answers to these and solutions. So what can the school, teachers, parents, the community, and peers all do to help increase student motivation to learn? And I included all these people because I really think it is a group effort. We're going to need every aspect of a student's life to be involved. But of course I will focus on the teachers part of this, since that is when I am and I do, then I was able to really reflect upon that part of it. So what instructional approach would be different? Like I said, would it be different if you're teaching in a poor urban area or in a wealthy suburb? So this slide here I found or my map, I should say, on learning theories, and I think it's amazing. I will keep this right on my desktop because it lists every major theorist here within learning theories. It explains the name of their theory and goes into a very concise and detailed information on what their theory is about. And actually, all the theorists that I discuss within my paper are on this. So I discuss Skinner and Bruner, Vygotsky, Piaget, Dewey, and Montessori. So, like I said, I go over the the 4 different learning theories, motivation theories. Behavioralism is the only one that is really focused on external motivation. Skinner, who is known for this theory, he used positive and negative reinforcement to get students to do what he wanted. So he would give positive reinforcement to almost bribe them to do what he wanted, and he would use negative reinforcement to stop actions that he didn't want to happen. So, like I said, for each learning theory, I will also be going into classroom methods, what kind of activities this learning theory is really best for. What tasks are they actually able to learn with this type of learning theory? And then I will also state what level of thinking the learning theory gives students. This would be in the lowest level. It's really for basic skills, remembered, understanding, being able to do simple things. So there's no critical thinking, there's no innovative thought or anything within this learning theory. So, cognitivism. So that's the next one. This was really a response to behavioralism because it goes the other way, believing in intrinsic motivation, which is what I was talking about, saying that I really want to get students to want to learn, not just bribing them or disciplining them when they don't. So this is the first time that teachers and educators started thinking another way than motivation. And again, I'll go over methods that this learning theory will do and what it's best for. Constructivism. This is the theory that I do connect with most of the 4 theories here. So I go into this one much deeper than the other ones. I talk about the theorists a lot more. And like I said, the 2 actual classroom theorists I'll discuss, Dewey and Montessori. Dewey was just instrumental in changing education in America, and Montessori, she was doing the same thing but over in Europe, but she also had some revolutionary ideas on how the classroom should even be set up, classroom arrangement, having it bright and clean and pretty, and she wanted furniture and tools to be made for the size of the children. So these were ideas that no one had ever really thought about or I guess cared about to really stress it. So this, and again, like I said, on classroom methods, which when you think of constructivism, I think the first thing that stands out is discovery learning. It is about hands-on, experimental work. They really try to include real-life problems and issues so the students see why they're doing it, why it's meaningful, and then, again, what it's best for. So this is the theory that it does allow for original work and innovation because it's allowing the students to explore. And it is a self-directed learning theory as well. It believes that students should have as much choice as possible in what they learn or what kind of assignments they do, and so forth. And then there's the achievement motivation theory. So this one just describes, it's not so much a learning theory, it's more describing how students see achievement and success and failure. So that's just more things to think about as a teacher when you're trying to motivate. So that this isn't really going to have specifically lesson plans or activities or anything. And then the attribution motivation theory is just part of that. Again, like I said, what students think causes a success and failure. So it's interesting because it states that low achievers tend to attribute failure to lack of ability. So they just think they can't do it and that's why they fail. And then they attribute success to luck. Like, hey, those people just got lucky. They made it. Where high achievers look completely opposite way. They think that failure is because it's lack of effort. You just didn't try and that's why you failed. And then their success is based on because they did put forth effort and they do have ability. So I think those 2 theories are things to think about when grading. I think that that's what I kind of thought about as far as my educational pedagogy, and I reviewed those theories. I think it has to do with not constantly giving bad grades to students that are really trying, because then they're just not going to learn, try more. Okay, so like I said, it goes deeper into Dewey and Montessori's work. Dewey, some specific things to him was he believed that we should be preparing good citizens that are actively participating in democracy, that they fight for, that not only do they know their rights, they're going to fight for their rights, they're going to advocate for social justice. They're not just going to go about their day, go to work and go home, and whatever happens, happens. He wants students to know how to go about making changes. Student-oriented rather than subject-oriented, all about it. He wanted as much student choice as possible. Hands-on learning, experiments. He wanted students constantly to be able to put theory into action and actually see what happens, test their hypothesis. And he believes that teachers have a responsibility to present material in an interesting and stimulating way. He's not saying that it's easy, but it's part of your job as a teacher is to try to display these subjects that are important for these students to know as interesting, to pay attention and want to learn more about it. So here's a slide of Montessori. So she definitely agreed with Dewey and things, like I said, in spreading his message across Europe at the same time that he was doing it over here in America. And then, like I said, the furnishing tools for children and classroom arrangement. She didn't want them to feel like they were just stuck in a seat and couldn't move and couldn't talk, and because it's so unnatural for kids to be that way. And that's something that I really, truly do believe. I think I struggled in school because I felt forced to sit there and not talk or move. I'm a social active person. So I really had a very hard time in school and got into actually a lot of trouble. It's kind of ironic that I then chose to be a teacher. Okay, so democratic educational theories that we discussed in class. Like I said, they all have these same general concepts that they agree on. The first being that education needs to be democratic in all aspects. The school and the class structure, the curriculum, the activities, even down to the discipline, needs to be more democratic. Teachers and equal could not be stressed more in all of the books that we've read. They need to stop being looked at as an authority figure. And then social interaction dialogue is the best way for students to be critically thinking and coming up with solutions. Okay, so then of course I'll go into each author's specific thoughts and make them different. Peter Gray, of course, with free play, thought of free play. Paulo Freire, his idea is that our education system is highly oppressive, and that we need to stop as teachers doing banking education, narration education, because it's not teaching. And instead we need to be doing problem-posing education, and students need to be actively participating in dialogue with each other to gain full learning, I should say. When students have power, this is just a great book. I loved it. As a teacher that actually put it into action rather than reading about the theory, we got to see it put into action. Okay. And then here's the book that I found and read, and I decided this is great if you're interested in learning more about the problems that urban children face in school and some remedies. This is a book to read. And then here's just a little list of kind of a combination of everything put together that I've read, ideas that I feel would help a teacher to motivate students in the classroom. So, like I said, teacher personality, pedagogy, classroom, assignments, and evaluation. So I'm coming close to my time limit on this presentation. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed and got an understanding of what my project is about. Enjoy.